Welcome everyone to Who's in Your Contacts, where conversations meets culture and connections. I'm so pumped up.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. You've been waiting for this for a really long time. So now you got it. So welcome to my podcast. And before I even go forward, I just want to say thank you to everyone who ever believed in me, who told me it is like, sis, it's time for you to do this. And I'm like, you want to know what? Yeah, this is just that time. So we have a series of some excellent and the most amazing people who are lined up to come on this podcast. We have from business to law enforcement to religious leaders to really strange careers that you wouldn't even know existed, even to a Hall of Famer. So tune in.
Hey,
and
girl.
my first guest.
Hi. I'm so honored. I could cry. I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
I'm like,
I know. Whenever we're with each other, we're so connected. No one else exists.
yes.
So I'm so excited to spend the next hour with you just connecting.
Come on. So I want to introduce you to my friend, where she is absolutely amazing, Miss Agathi Graham. Hey. Where culture and conversations and collaboration collide, I think I have been blessed with knowing and being introduced to some of the coolest people across the nation and globally. And I truly believe that in order to be successful, you connect with your people and with the best of the best. And I promise you, you are going to see the best of the best on this podcast. So Agathi is a trailblazer in hospitality and events and in the events industry. Wait till you hear. Listen, I'm not missing it. You see this? You see these notes? I'm not missing a thing because, first of all, take your notepad out. Wherever you are
wild.
As you are watching this, get your notepad, get your pen, get your mushroom coffee. It's really good. Don't judge. Mushroom coffee, your whatever it is, get your blanket and settle in, okay? Because this is about to be good. So what began as a small boutique planning business grew to a 7-figure woman-owned empire. Clock that T. That's what, like, as the young folks say, clock that T.
I was like, what is that?
This is you.
The lingo.
This is you. So you own 3 landmark venues and more. So you have Arbor Loft, right? Arbor at the Port, which is stunning.
Thank you.
On the water.
On the water.
Watching the yachts and the boats come in.
I know.
Wow.
It's magical.
And Arbor Midtown. And do you have another location?
So a part of my giving back to my church is I helped renovate their event hall. So we have an event hall there that I helped renovate and grow. So now it's a part of our parish, and I love walking in after church service and seeing everyone enjoy it as much as I do. So,
And your venues are it.
Thank you. You could definitely tell this one has my touch.
They're nice.
I've spent some blood, sweat, and tears making them pretty.
They're amazing.
Thank
And in
you.
addition to that, when we're thinking about how you power people forward, you also have 70% of your employees are women.
Yeah.
And they have they're in leadership positions. Yes. The other thing that is really cool about you is beyond the venues that you have, you give back to your community, which we know, like, you are a major philanthropist in this community. We know
thank
that.
you.
And also you have work through Bruno's Blessings. Can you talk to us about
Yeah.
Bruno's Blessings?
So I don't know about you, but growing up, I wasn't allowed to have animals. So I always wanted a dog. I was obsessed with puppies, animals when I was growing up. So when I was in college, what do you think after graduating? Like, your first thing is, I'm a grown up now, I'm an adult. I got my first dog, and his name was Bruno. And I was madly in love with this dog. Like, so madly in love that when I decided to move home to get my master's degree, I was thinking of moving into my own apartment. And then I brought it up to my parents, thinking they would never bring in this dog. Like, never would they think. But my parents secretly were just as obsessed as I was. So I moved home. And Bruno, he lived to be 12 and a half years old, and he passed away when I was 1 month postpartum during COVID.
Gosh.
I know, it was a time. And I was devastated. So after a few months of just crying my eyes out, I decided to take my grief and put it into something helpful to other people. So I created Bruno's Blessings. It's a fund under Rochester Hope for Pets, and we help people pay for their veterinary bills.
That is so bomb.
Yeah.
You've raised over $30,000 for them.
Yeah, and more. This season, we're really growing it into something bigger, which
Let's
is fantastic.
go.
I know.
love that. I love that.
I know. We're helping people.
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to that, you mentor, like almost like you mentor, and you're like the bomb mentor. You mentor business women. You are a community builder. You live in Chilai, and you have your husband, Zach, and your daughter, Anastasia. And your pup, Penny Lou.
Penny Lou. She's also a puggle. And we got her right after having our daughter and after Bruno passed. And she's just our little honey. And I live in Chilai in the same neighborhood as my parents and my sisters.
I love that. Because so the first thing that comes to my mind is like, when you live in the same neighborhood as your family, I'm like, you could actually go grocery shopping at their houses.
And I do every day.
Store.
Yeah.
Yeah, when my parents moved away, I was devastated.
I bet. I'm so sorry.
And then when like the moving truck, like it was going down the street, and I looked to my husband. Don't judge me, y'all. But I looked at my husband because they moved away 2 days after we got married. Just 2 days. They packed everything up because my dad had to take a job elsewhere. Okay. And I was like, what are you doing to me? Where are we going to get our meats? And toilet paper.
Right?
I was like,
I know.
What are we going to do?
Right.
We're real adults and married.
Right. Like, this is too soon.
It was a struggle. So that was the thoughts. Instead of like, oh, I'm going to miss you. I'm like, we're going to get the meats and the toilet paper.
Yeah, especially the toilet paper.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I think about ordering when I know I have my parents down the street that'll just bring it right over.
Just bring it right over.
Yeah.
I need you to do something right now. Pause. Because if you want to see some great podcast production, you're watching me right now and you're seeing all the greatness that's happening right now. Stop where you're at and go to thomasmediagroup.co. All right, it's not .com. Again, it's thomasmediagroup.co. And also, if you're on Instagram, go to their page, give them a follow at thomasmedia.group. Once again, thomasmedia.group. Let me tell you something. If you got a story to tell, call Thomas Media Group. If you want to do some podcasting, call Thomas Media Group. If you need some editing, call Thomas Media Group. Just call Thomas Media Group, okay? Because this is the best place. So just do it, all right? Back to the show. So good. So we're going to have a few themes that we're going to talk about with you. And I thought through your business and what folks would want to hear from you in that area, and then also personal. So we're going to get into it. I personally want to know, and I'm pretty sure the viewers want to know, is one, how did you get into this business? Like how did you know that this was for you?
That's a good question. I think I didn't for a really long time. And I think people assume that I was always a leader, even growing up and through elementary school, middle school, and I wasn't. I felt like I was more of a follower. I just like to listen and watch. Yeah. And then once I hit college, I felt like I was sort of more in my groove and I could break out of my shell a little bit. And while I was in college, I started working a part-time job as a banquet server in Chilai. And I really loved it, and I really loved planning events, and I really felt like I had a good grasp of it. And after going through college and realizing I really still didn't know what I wanted to do, I worked in the business world for a while, decided to come back to Rochester and get my master's. And it was during my master's that I decided to start creating a business plan for an event planning company.
Yeah.
And then I did it. I was lucky enough to live at home and just save money and network. And that was back in the 2008, 9, 10. So social media wasn't that busy.
Yeah.
People weren't really on social media to network. It was more in person.
Yeah.
So I'd go to networking events. I'd meet people. I'd start planning events for people. And then I was so sick and tired of moving my stuff everywhere. I was like, this is
not it.
Not it for me.
Right.
And out of, I think, a little bit of laziness, I decided to start seeking out empty spaces and warehouse spaces all over Rochester. And then I found what is now the Arbor Loft. And it just sort of clicked. I also love research and love data. So I'm constantly looking around at other venues all over the country, all over the world. And I was inspired by this venue in New York, in Brooklyn, called the Green Building. It was this eclectic, very funky, boutique-y space. And I called him up one day and I was like, could you give me the make and model of your chandeliers and your floor? Because I have this idea and I really want to pull it all together. And I just did it by myself, kind of just with a hope and a dream.
That's right.
And then at the same time, I met my husband. And he...
Okay, Zach. Hey,
the
Zach.
love of my life.
Love of life.
I really do. He is magic. He is my everything. I'm madly in love with him. And we're almost together 10 years now. I can't believe it. But I remember getting my Arbor Loft, leasing contract, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I handed it over to him and he helped me look it over, and I signed on the dotted line and he came on and helped me to open it, and that turned into working with me alongside me, and then we opened up our second and then we opened up our third, and it's just organically worked between the two of us. But that was God's plan.
I love that.
We are so in sync with one another. The puzzle pieces fit so perfectly. We work together all day, every day, and we're still so madly in love. It's the perfect scenario for us.
This is so good.
I know. I'm so thankful for him.
So
it was a combo of I knew what I wanted to do, and I had the confidence in myself to do it.
Yeah.
And this man came out of nowhere, this knight in shining armor, which perfect for the wedding industry, right? This man came out of nowhere to help me when I needed it. And we sort of just grew it together.
I love that.
So that's the short story of it all, but a lot of love.
I like that.
Yeah.
With women in business, I've seen sometimes that we tend to ask questions or probe about what makes it hard. And so I wanted to switch that narrative and ask a question of, how has entrepreneurship made your life easier?
The freedom. Entrepreneurship has given me more freedom than I ever thought possible, and the freedom of being able to come and go as I please and working the hours that I want and having that flexibility in my family. There's nothing better.
Yeah.
I love not having to answer to anybody.
Whole entire facts. That is not a lie.
It's true. I mean, again, there are stressors, but not having to answer to anyone but my parents.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
It is. And I truly respect my family and my mother and my father. And if they tell me to do something, I am a 40-year-old woman. I will do it.
Come on.
I am a rule follower when it comes to, Athi, I need you to do this. I need you to do They're going on vacation for 2 months in Cyprus, and they leave tomorrow, and I am heartbroken. I am so happy for you, Mommy and Baba.
Yep. See,
I'm so happy
in the
for
cameras.
you.
Yep.
But
See,
I am heartbroken. I'm going to miss you so much. And I'm starting to, my sisters are like, it's okay, Athi, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But I will listen to them, and I will listen to my husband, but having that foundation and not having to listen to anyone else if I don't want to, that's the best part about entrepreneurship.
I love that. So Rochester is an amazing city full of lots of history, and also there are, I guess, things that have been around for a really long time, or places that have been around for a really long time that still serves our community really well. And your venues are so unique, so clean.
Thank you.
They're versatile in a way where you could bring any type of decor in and it matches the vibe. Were there any fears in your mind where you're like, oh, there's already venues, so why do we need more?
No, I felt like, again, this was I always felt like it was in God's plan to open up more venues, because my gut, something in me told me that was the right thing. It was almost like I didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
Strangely. Between the first and then rolling into our second and then stumbling upon our third, it was just the timing of things, and it was just a gut feeling. That's something that my husband and I talk about a lot, because we have business people, ask us to look at venue spaces all the time. And my husband always brings me along to these tours, because he always tells the realtor, we have to check with Agathi and her gut, because it's all about her gut.
That's right.
And my gut is God.
You better say that.
My gut is God all day.
Stand on business.
That's it.
But isn't that true, though?
It's true. My gut is my intuition. It's me opening my heart to it. So I open my heart to any possibility, and I have to feel it back.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it goes.
That's how it goes.
But it's the foundation that I've built in my life to get there. And some people are more close to it than others.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why we gravitate to one another, because you're so open. Yeah. To the universe, to God, to new opportunity, to love. And I feel like I'm very similar. That's why I also look up to you, because you're teaching me things all the time.
Now I didn't bring backup makeup.
There were no tissues
over
here.
Like, all of it.
But it's true. And when we really get together, we connect on such a level.
'Tis is true.
And I don't say that about too many people in my life. We meet so many people.
We meet so many people.
Yes. And I'm thankful for all of the people that I've met. But there are a few that I can really connect to. And you're one of them. I love you. That's why I'm so honored. Thank you for having me today.
Let's get deeper into business, right? So entrepreneurs, we get this really great idea and we go for the gold, and then we're in it. We have the DBA, we have the bank account, whatever it takes.
We got the lawyer, the accountant, all the things.
And all the random subscriptions and bills.
Yes.
Right? And then you really have to do the thing. If you were to look at a new entrepreneur right now, let's say they're 1 month into their entrepreneurial journey, what are the 3 things you would tell them to have together before they move forward? Like, for me,
that's a great question.
There's some stuff, but like, what are, like, to get this right, outside of mindset, outside of passion, because passion doesn't always pay the bills.
And paying the bills is first and foremost.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a great question. Number 1, find an amazing accountant.
Yeah.
It's always about the money. My accountant told me in one of our first meetings together, he said, Athi, you're going to start to get concerned about the money when you see how much you're going to have to pay in taxes. The more money you make, the more taxes you pay. That's just the way it is.
Yes.
Don't get caught up in, I'm not going to throw this into the system because they paid in cash. Don't go that route. Do everything by the rules. Do everything legally. Right off the jump. Find yourself a good financial planner / accountant to process all of your paperwork, pay all of your bills, and do it the proper way.
That's right.
That is number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, find a fantastic lawyer that specializes in what you need. Someone in business, someone to help you with your contracts, somebody to guide you in the right direction. And number 3, go to church. Because if you don't have a foundation, this is why this is so exciting for me today, because we we're not really allowed to talk about it.
We talk about the Lord over here.
Right. And but at work, it's not really something that's quote unquote acceptable.
Yes.
But the foundation, the reason that Zach and I are so bonded
Yeah.
is because we have the same love of God
Come on.
and for God. So we have that structure and that foundation with each other that no matter what, we pray on it.
Come on.
We have people at our church that we can go to for advice, for guidance, for love. I have such a fascination with specific things within our church and Zach has other different fascinations. So we
Yeah.
love just talking things through with each other. So it's not always just about business, but it's about that bond that you create with your business partner, or if you're on your own,
Yeah.
you have to have a base, you have to have foundation, because that will keep you strong.
What was coming up for me as you were talking is I hear that you and Zach are like a really tight team.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have a tight team, and especially it's someone that you're familiar with, it gets kind of scary when it's time to hire folks, and you have a ton of people
Mm-hmm.
that work for you. What would you also say to an entrepreneur who they know that they need help, but they would rather do it a family member, or they'll rather do it themselves versus I'm just going to go out and get the employee because it might be I'm going to pocket more money if I'm working for myself versus, I don't know, go getting a bunch of employees to help you do the work.
I think you would agree with this when I say time is money.
Yeah.
If your time is valuable, so you really have to, and I remember this exact moment where I sat down and I looked over the finances and I realized if I do it all myself, I will burn out.
Yeah.
So hiring somebody, even getting a small loan at the bank, knowing it, I could pay it back. It was nothing too substantial,
Yeah.
but a small loan just to get me by. And I promise you that even one extra person will free up your mind, your body, your soul, open it up to other opportunities, other things. It'll help grow you. It will help bring more to you. Because sometimes you only have so much mental capacity. It kind of, when you do too much, you're too closed off.
Yeah.
You need another person to help guide you, to help open you up so that other opportunity arises.
I'm going to keep saying it, that your business, even down to every detail, it's excellence at every corner.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, even the bathroom is nice.
Oh, I spend a lot of time thinking about those bathrooms.
Yes, and it's just even the wallpaper and all of those things. You obviously don't cut corners. And why is that? Why don't you cut corners? You go full throttle in everything that you do.
I appreciate you saying that, because I think early on I had no choice but to cut corners because I couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing about Zach and I is we're very conservative and we are savers.
Yes.
So we don't like to overdo it, or we're not big risk takers unless we feel like financially we can do it and do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So Arbor Loft was a great guinea pig because we knew we were, right off the jump just trying to open something unique and fun and different, and then we started saving so that if when we opened up the port we could go all in, so that when we opened up Midtown we could go all in.
That's right.
So we start just like everyone else with a hope and a dream and a little bit of money in the bank account, and then you just consistently grow and grow and grow. And now we've developed a reputation where we don't skip a beat and everything is perfect. And we're thankful to be there because we invest back into the business.
Yeah.
And we don't live above our means either.
Yeah.
I live in Chilai in a small home next to my parents. And
Taking
I'm never
their toilet paper.
Right, and I'm never leaving.
Yes.
And it's because of that foundation of home and having my sisters and my nephews and having my daughter surrounded by all of that love.
Yeah.
That means more to me than having a mansion.
Yeah.
Just because I could say
Jerseys.
that I could have it.
Yeah.
None of that means anything to me.
And you could have a mansion just be all the way miserable
Exactly.
in the mansion.
So conservative, we really do think things through, and we're very intentional, and we give it back to God.
That's right.
and that is the foundation of our love for one another.
You are very generous, and your generosity is known throughout the community.
Well, thank you.
And so when you grow to a 7-figure business like yours, what are some of the assumptions that people make about you when they hear that you're and even growing more, having this 7-figure business, and everything looks like unicorns and glitter and peach and fairy farts?
All the fairy farts.
All the fairy farts. And then people just was like, yeah, I think I got her pegged. Yeah, I could tag her. This is who she is. Who are you? Like, talk your stuff today. Even if you have to look into the camera, who are you really? What do you want people to know about you?
That's a good question. I really have to think about that, because there is like this perception, right? But my mom and I talk about this a lot, because there's this perception that, I got it all together. And it's like the Beyonce Sasha Fierce.
Yes. Yeah.
Like there's Athi, which is my nickname, and then there's Agathi.
Yes.
And Agathi has it all together, and she's always dressed up, and she always has the lipstick, and she's always this, and she was always that.
Yeah.
But my sisters, my immediate family, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, my really close friends see the disheveled, hot mess express.
Fighting for your life.
Right. Like talking about the celebrity gossip, you know, like the silly things that I think about or that I talk about. And that is really, truly me. I'm an introvert in the best way. I love living vicariously through other people and their big plans, but I don't want to be there. You know?
Right.
I love looking at the pictures online. I'm like, I don't have FOMO. I love the fact that I have my little family and we're home and we're cozy and we're watching the next episode of whatever. Right. And you are out gallivanting around town, and I love that for you, but it is not me. I love developing really close friendships with people one-on-one. I'm not a group person much anymore. Yeah. I've reconnected with some high school girlfriends, which has been so refreshing because they knew me back when. Yes. You know, the awkward middle school years where I had the braces and I had the bangs and I was awkward as sin. Oh, it was awkward. Yeah. And it was like looped, remember? You took like the big round brush and it was like whoop. And they remember me as Athi. So it's refreshing to get to know them now because they knew me as wholesome, sweet Athi then, and I'm literally the same person now. Or my best friend who lives down in Florida, I talk to her every day, almost every day, and she knows me on such a level that nobody knows me at.
No one. I guess.
And she could just hear from my tone. She'll be like, "Oh no. What did they do?"
What is it?
I'm like, "You buckle up, girl. Right. I got a story for you."
Right.
You know?
Here for it.
And
they're
she's like, "All right, girl." Yeah. So it's, me is just, I am family. I am foundation. I am love. I am God. I am a mother. Yeah. First, being a mother has changed me in a way that I never expected. I am so obsessed with that little girl. There are no words in my vocabulary that can express just how madly in love I am with her. And watching her grow and being with her, that's all I need. And it's just watching my little family grow and just being with one another. That's who I am. The work and the business and the planning and the weddings and the employee dramas, like that's all fine and good, and I can handle it because I love what I do, but that's not me. I want to ask you that same question, actually, because you've been asking me such lovely questions. What is it that?
Ask me anything.
Yeah.
Okay, friend.
Because I really want to know. There is a perception of you as well, and I don't think we can even remember how we first met.
God, how did we first meet?
I don't remember, but I remember watching you, witnessing one of your speeches, and just bawling my eyes out and thinking, "Oh my gosh, this woman." I've never experienced the way that you suck people right in, and it was mind-blowing for me. But I always thought to myself, how could this woman exist, and how is she this person all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because your words really hit a nerve with people in the best way.
Yeah.
And that is a unique, very specific trait to have in someone. What is your day-to-day? Like, how would people describe you in your personal life?
My personal life and my day-to-day is yoga pants and Under Armour.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fantastic.
Right? It's really chill. And one, spending time with the Lord in prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and developing myself, because I don't ever want to think that I've made it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the moment when I trick myself and I've become deceived to say that I've made it, that means that I have now committed myself to no longer growing.
Interesting, yeah.
And that terrifies me. I also have a heart, in a sense, where I want to know why people are in pain. So we could pass people in pain and we're like, oh man, that's unfortunate. I want to know why you are in pain. And so when I understand why you are in pain, then we can formulate what is that healing process. So that could be by means of giving something tangible, or a prayer, or making some kind of connection. Because today, for, in my culture, in Jamaican culture, they say today for me, tomorrow for you. And so what that means is that everything might be good for me today and tomorrow it may not be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to need someone to help me. And so you can't go around town making enemies and acting all wild. You have to care for people and care for them well. Like, you want them so successful. You want them to feel loved so badly. That's all you can think of. And that is the nature of God. And so I tell people, I was like, you could strip me naked and walk me down the street and take every award, every business, I don't care about none of it, because I am responsible to one person and one person alone, and that is God. And so if I am an enemy of the people, I am an enemy of God. Because he loves people. That's why he came here. He loves them a lot. More than anything, where he has counted every hair on our heads. And so that is also how I should live my life. But I am consistent across the board. If you meet a lot of my friends, they'll all tell you, they're like, you've always been this way. I'm just like, do. I'm a comedian. I think, I don't know if I'm that funny.
I think you're pretty funny.
I'm like, yeah. So I think that's it. I'm like just super, super chill. I do like one-on-ones. I don't like groups. I don't get FOMO. And I think some people get offended by that, because they're like, oh my God, you don't want to come to my party? And I'm like, no.
I mean, maybe I did 10 years ago, but I don't now.
I don't wanna. And like, or I might next week, but I want to go to bed.
Right.
It's not you. I like sleep. And talking about sleep, as entrepreneurs, we are going all the time. So it's not like I don't want to spend time with you. Baby, I need my pillow.
Right. I need some sleep in order to function as a human.
Real facts.
You literally do the Lord's work. Like, have you thought about that in a literal sense? Like, you literally want to know why people are in pain.
Yes.
That is literally the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Because he did the exact same thing.
That never hit me till this moment.
Really? That's like, that was so black and white in my head.
I never.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Like, I'm having a moment. You see me? I'm like,
really? Because that's
like
exactly his that was his purpose.
I just want to know. Once we understand why people are in pain, that is also a unifier, because that means that you're willing to look past what you've learned, the environments that you've lived in, the books that you've read, what you've experienced on TV that has influenced you. You're willing to look past all of that, even if it sounds like the person's pain isn't quote unquote valid. You still have to hear them out. What kind of doctor, how could a doctor prescribe a prescription without listening to every symptom and pain of the person that they're looking to treat? That means that if you don't do that, you want some malpractice lawsuit or some kind of craziness. What's the point?
Do you have an example of a time that you stopped someone in their tracks and just asked?
All the time.
Is there one in particular that kind of blew you away that you thought, wow, I'm so glad I stopped?
Yes. So it was one, please don't do this, y'all, because disclaimer,
don't do this in real life.
But there was a man outside of a Staples, and I went into Staples and I went into Hallmark store, and I came out, he was still there. And
you're in Henrietta. Were you in Henrietta?
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly where you were.
Yeah. And I was just like, I looked at this man and I was like, he needs a bath. He needs a bath. So I walked up to him and I said, you need a shower. Do you need a shower? He's like, I haven't taken a shower in almost a month.
Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was right outside Staples, so I'm getting the visual.
Yeah.
He's just standing there.
Sitting there.
Was he asking for money?
He wasn't asking for money.
He was just an average human just sitting there.
Sitting there. And so I asked him if he wanted money.
Mm-hmm.
He said no.
Oh.
Asked him if he wanted food. No.
Okay.
But I knew like something was like he wanted a bath. So I was like, say less, get in the car. I called my husband up, said I'm heading to the house with a man who hasn't had a shower in a month.
Crystal.
And he needs a shower. Make sure that you take out the best towels. Make sure, because we always buy like extra deodorant, extra stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure you take out one of our luggage bags and you pack it with all the things that you would want to feel fresh with. So we had everything ready. So as he comes in, I don't know this man from nowhere. That's why I don't do that.
Don't do that.
But he took the shower. And when, sometimes like in your mind, you like go to the bad thoughts because like, when he went in the bathroom, I was like, my kids' iPads are in there, all kinds of stuff. I'm like, okay, this is the foolishness. No, he came out and he was glistening.
Wow.
He was just like years of stress came off of him. And then we gave him the luggage with all the toiletries that he needed. He's like, all I wanted and all I could think about is I just needed a shower in a safe place.
Oh my Lord.
And then
where did he go?
We took him right back to the spot, and that was that.
Wow.
And so unless it's Holy Spirit led, I wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. But I just knew that is what we were like, this is what I was called to do. And so I will talk to those who are without a home. I would walk up to people and minister to them in the street, not knowing them from like anywhere.
Right.
And just like, what's going on with you? How can I help?
Has it ever backfired?
Never.
Wow.
No.
That's how you know the Lord is with you, because
never. Not
He wouldn't
once.
allow that.
Yeah, not once, because I'm like, listen here, I'm not trying to die. Okay? Like,
right.
I don't want to die. And so that's why I'm like, disclaimer, being led by Holy Spirit in all things, because a good idea is not always a God idea.
Right.
Yeah,
beautifully said. What does your husband say when you call him about things like that?
He doesn't care.
Wow.
He's like, here
that's how you know he's your man.
Yeah, he's like, here, Crystal coming home with somebody. What?
He doesn't even think twice about it. He's like, okay, sweetie, I'll see you in 5.
Yeah, like, okay, what are we packing? Up?
He loves
we go to the
you.
store, we buy extra things. Just like, what if someone needs this?
Right.
Yeah, it's just all the things.
He loves you so much.
Yeah.
How did you find him?
Let me tell you, I found that fine man in the RIT library.
Ooh.
That man is so fine. And my husband is
The year was 19. No, what
right? And he is, so my husband is deaf.
Oh,
Completely
wow.
deaf. So I saw him with his fine as wine, chocolate monument self, walking through the library. So I got up and scurried over there because I was going to shoot my shot.
Good for you.
And so he didn't answer. I'm like, hello. And I'm like, why is he not answering? So I tap him and he turned around. And that's when, like, he expressed to me that he was deaf. And I was just like, I do, like, yes, whatever.
I don't care. You're beautiful.
I do not care, okay? And so after processing that, I didn't even pay attention to this fact and this detail in my life, where when I was in Florida, I went to a middle school for the deaf, a high school for the deaf, and also when I chose RIT, I didn't know that they had a school of the deaf.
Wow.
So my entire life, I've been in preparation for my husband.
Wow. Literally. So you obviously know how to sign.
Not a lick. Isn't that wild?
Explain to me how that works.
I think it's just because he probably want to talk about me to my kids or something. 'Cause
do they know how to sign?
A little.
Okay, so how do you communicate?
So he has something called a cochlear implant.
Okay.
And so when it is on, he can hear me. But when there's like a lot of noise, it's static.
Okay.
But yeah, he can hear me that way. And he knows how to read lips.
Oh, wonderful.
Actually, he knows how to read lips. And I've learned to talk to myself a lot.
Again, God knew what he was doing.
God's plan. Like when I'm like, Ricardo, and then his hand goes up to take off the hearing aid. I'm like, don't you do it.
I know what you're doing there.
Don't you do it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but he is like, he loves the Lord just equally. And just, yeah, he's my bestie.
Wow. And how many children?
We have 3.
You have 3. How old are they?
So we have our oldest, Malachi, and he lives in North Carolina with his family. So Malachi is my first son, but he's my stepson.
Okay.
And the reason why I call him my first son, because he is my first son.
100%.
That's my baby.
Yes.
That is the first of the crew.
I love that.
He's the trailblazer. And then we have gosh, how old is Brooke? Don't judge me, y'all.
When they're older, you lose track.
Yeah, she's going to be 13. Yeah, she's going to be 13 coming up. And then my youngest, Phoenix, and he is going to be 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that there's a gap a little bit.
Yeah, so it's a mix. It's from 20 to my
8.
youngest.
Yeah. So it keeps it, you're on your toes, even
all the time.
still. That's
All the time.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
So it's a sweet moment. So we're gonna have some rapid fire moments before we bring it all together. And I have some like laughter round. But before we get to the laughter round, we talked a lot about God. We talked a lot about business.
Mm-hmm.
What's on your heart today, if we didn't cover it, that you want to express? There's a lot going on just in the world. What is something that you want to tell the people, if there's a message in your heart? And we could sit here and...
Oh, gosh. That's deep. Because I'm always thinking of something. But do you follow the Catholic Church at all?
No.
So this is just fascinating to me. And I'm Orthodox.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not Catholic, but my algorithm on Instagram would make you believe that I am. Because I was just looking up, the current Pope is American.
Yes, from
Chicago.
Yes.
And my daughter goes to a Catholic school in Rochester. And so I was just dabbling and like, I love learning about the miracles of the church. I love miracles. And there is this young boy who was just announced as a saint in the Catholic Church. His name is Carlos Acutis. Mm-hmm. And he was, I think only 14 or 15 when he passed away.
Yeah.
Very abruptly, he passed from leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
But in his 15 or so years of living, from the moment he was born, his mother and father always knew that he was just an exceptional kid, like always advanced. But he, from a young age, always wanted to go to Mass every single day. He always wanted to be in the place of God.
Yeah.
And he did everything in his world was because of God.
Yeah.
And he was intrigued by the Eucharist and Eucharist miracles, and he created a website for the Catholic Church, so he was known as like the saint of the internet. So this sweet man, his sweet boy, passed away. And then I don't really understand the process of becoming a saint, being canonized, and there are certain words for it. But there are 2 approved miracles for people that have prayed directly to him.
Mm-hmm.
And one woman was, she was a bicyclist who had a brain injury, and her family and herself prayed to this saint, to Carlos Acutis, and she made a miraculous recovery. And there was another situation where this person made a miraculous recovery. And now he was just announced a saint, and his parents attended the Mass. And I think this is like the first or second time in history where like the family of a saint is actually in the presence.
Wow.
So anyway, the point of all this is to say, I believe in miracles. And I wish that more people could open their eyes, their minds, their bodies, their souls to the fact that there are miracles upon us every single day. We just have to open our eyes to it. Same goes for like the gut feeling that I get or the intuition. I try every morning to take a moment and take a deep breath. I have an alarm on my phone where at 8:25 every morning, my daughter and I, we take a big deep breath together. And in those deep breaths, we take a beat, and I tell myself just to open up my mind, open up my heart to opportunity, to love, to whatever is to come to me that day. And I've never expressed it or explained it to people until this moment.
Wow.
But I guess my advice to those listening is to take that moment for yourselves every morning and open yourselves up for the opportunity of a miracle, because it happens to us every day. That's something that I've always thought to say or thought about in my head, but never have verbalized.
There you have it. Yeah.
Now I want to ask you the same question. I know, it's hard, right?
Gosh, what would I say to the people right now? It's going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. Not dismissing the joy, the laughter, and the pain.
Mm-hmm.
But tomorrow is another day. And so it's going to be all right. And focus on the good and don't get burnt out by the bad. A lot of the things we can change, and some things that we cannot change. But take a little nap.
Mm-hmm. A nap always makes everything
Eat
so
a
much
snack.
better. Snacks too.
Take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And get back at it. I think that's why I remain the same.
Mm-hmm.
Is because I know I look at issues, I look at things, and can I solve that right now? I can't. So why am I worrying about
Mm-hmm.
it? There's nothing I can do about this right now.
100%.
So I'm just going to keep it pushing.
Right.
That's it. So yeah, that's
I
all
love
I have
that.
that's all I got. But okay, laughter round.
Okay.
Welcome to the laughter. Welcome to the laughter. Welcome to the laughter round. Burm, burm. All right, I'm not going to remember that next time, but I'm going to sing something. Right. Okay.
I loved that.
I'm like, turn.
Before this, she goes, I just want you to know I might sing and I'm not good. And I'm like, no way. Me either.
Come on. All right. One word your friends would use to describe you.
Tenacious.
Tenacious. All right.
How about
All
you?
right. You know what is wild? So I am part of the organization, a sorority called Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And so during my time of when I joined the organization, you would get a name. Oh. And so they named me Tenacious.
Shut up.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
Yes.
This is why this was meant to be.
Yes.
Holy moly.
So that is the name I was given.
That is interesting. For people listening, because we're both entrepreneurs, like that is...
Yes.
Listen up. Yes. Tenacity. Start there.
Come on.
That's impressive. Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
Yeah. So that is the name I was given. All right. Never see snow again or never see fall again.
Never see snow again all day.
Facts, because I'm over it.
Over it.
Can I tell you when I just moved here? So when I moved here, I moved in spring. So I was like, ooh, this is nice.
Pretty.
Okay. And then summer, I was like, okay.
I love this.
Lilac Festival and
yeah,
all of
all
the
day.
Things.
Bring it on.
I experienced black ice.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And I experienced it because I was looking at it because we were face to face. Because I was on the floor with it.
Because you had a bruise on your booty.
I was just out there like, I'm falling and I can't get up.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, at this point, I was tempted to get a life alert. Get me a life alert.
Oh my gosh, that's
now,
hilarious. Yeah, winter is no joke, and
it is
I'm
a struggle.
I'm not an outdoorsy person in general, but throw me in winter and I will not survive.
Greek food, the one Greek food you cannot live without. Is it Greek or Grecian?
Greek.
Yeah.
I mean, my mother makes the most delicious food. And she makes what's called a pasticcio. It's like a Greek lasagna. And she makes it pretty frequently, I'd say. And when she calls me up and says, "Honey, we're having dinner at my house tonight." You mean our house?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Our house, because I still live there secretly. My bedroom is still intact.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like, I have issues, I understand, but I just love my family. So when she says we're having pasticcio, I'm like, I'll be right over.
Mom, I'll be over
Pasticcio too. And the Greeks make tzatziki like no other culture. I love tzatziki.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. If you could instantly master a random skill like juggling or speaking dolphin.
Okay.
What would it be?
My skill be? Oh gosh. I don't know. What would my skill be? I don't know, because any skill has like consequences, right?
Whole facts.
So do I wish that I was like a really great fast swimmer? Like, I always thought, like, because I was never a good swimmer. I'm still not a good swimmer. And like, if I was ever stuck in the water, because I'm a little also afraid of water.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make my daughter, because my mother is similar to me, and I don't want my daughter to be afraid because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So I wish that I could be like a fast swimmer and tread water and be badass in the ocean or in the sea.
Yeah.
And I'm not. You know, like, if I'm stranded, I'm the first gone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done for. So do I wish that I could be like a fast, speedy swimmer?
Yeah.
And like swim away from the sharks? 100%. But like, my first instinct was to say something like, I would love to be like a mind reader, but like, do I really want to know?
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. And also, like, do I want to fly? Not really.
Yeah, because
like, that's just too much.
I do not want to. I just don't.
Right. That's too much for me. So like, what would be in my realm? Like, maybe the swimming, so that I could always survive.
I'm here for it.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
That's just cautious Athi speaking. But yes. How about you? Do you have one?
I want to become an electrician.
Oh, that is a random, but also fantastic.
Right? Yeah, I've always wanted to, and I'm like, I have so much on my plate. When am I gonna
learn that trade? Yeah.
Yeah, but if I ever have like downtime, I would go to school to become an electrician.
Stop. What is it about being an electrician that fascinates you?
I think survival. Because those bills are crazy.
Yes.
First, you have to pay the let's come and look at it fee, then the hourly fee, and then by the time I paid almost $2,000 to install my stove.
Oh, God.
So I was just like, forget this. I need to learn how to do this myself.
Right.
Yeah. So being an electrician.
Interesting.
Best business advice you've received in less than 5 words.
Best business advice I've
But
ever
if it goes over
received.
5 words, it's fine.
Play by the rules.
Yeah,
Play by the rules.
that's right.
Don't think that you're above the rules,
Oh, come on. Talk about it.
because that's when you get a big head. That's when mistakes start to happen. That's when things start to unravel.
That's right.
Play by the rules and do the right thing.
That's right.
And my husband is a rule follower. I'm more of a let's bend it, let's ask for permission later, but he has taught me straight and narrow.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that because it's important to do it the right way the first time.
It's good.
Yeah.
Last question. I said last question, but this is so good. It's so good. We're going to talk about legacy. This is the last one.
Okay.
When you think about the legacy you're building, what do you hope people will say years from now about Agathi & Co. and about you?
That she was kind. Because I think the key to success is just to be kind. It's really that easy. People complicate things. But if you treat people with kindness, with love, with affection, you will always win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I could simplify it by saying, okay, I'll give you an example. We have a couple who was unhappy with something at their wedding. They were not happy with something that happened.
Yeah.
I'll call on to that couple and we'll talk it through.
Yeah.
And they will beat me down and how dare you and how could this be and this is so frustrating. And my response is always, I understand this is frustrating. I'm so sorry that you feel this way.
Yeah.
And you just kill them with the utmost respect and love and kindness.
That's right.
Because that's all they want, a sounding board. They want you to hear their frustrations. And it's all about how you handle it. And if you reciprocate with love, there's no way that they can be frustrated with you.
Yeah.
And I've tried this in different ways in the years. I've tried to be a little bit more assertive and aggressive, and I've tried to be a little bit more passive. And what I've learned is that you have to just always think with the utmost kindness and speak with the utmost of love and kindness, because that will take you further. And I do it with my team. I do it with my relationship. I do it with clients. I do it with my guests. If you see me in an event, I'm always coming up to people and complimenting them on their dresses and like this and that, and I do it selfishly because like I really do love what you're wearing, so I want to know where you get it.
It's like, can I get one too?
Like, where did you get it? Like I have an obsession with clothes and dresses, and I love fashion.
Yes.
And the other reason is it's a conversation starter. So I want to know how you're doing. I want to know how you're feeling. How's your time here? You know, what can I help you with? What do you need? And I want the legacy to be that I was just consistently kind, because that's who I am as a real person.
That is truly who you are.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. And so we heard about what are the right things to do as an entrepreneur. Get an accountant, get your lawyer in place, follow the rules for your relationship. And your divine direction, having a relationship with God. That's how you expressed it for your business. Some funny questions. So just watch the whole thing. And so thank you so much for joining our episode of Who's in Your Contacts.
Congratulations.
Thanks, God.
Hey friend, thanks for tuning in to Who's in Your Contacts, where culture, connection, and collaboration collide. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen so you never miss an episode from your favorite business bestie, Crystal Ellis. By the way, want some Crystal exclusives or a chance to work with her? Visit elliskconsulting.com to drop a note or follow her on Instagram at The Culture Broker. See you next time, and remember to show up as the best version of yourself today.